Hello, my name is Amy Wall, and I'm a lifelong Wakefield resident. I've always cherished our little town for its strong sense of community. A major reason for that is because of our incredibly hardworking police officers, who, by their effort, strengthen that strong community bond. In the 7 decades since the police building was built, and through the 2004 Public Safety Building Project, policing has changed from an essentially reactive approach to a multifaceted proactive approach. The building needs to address those issues and future needs. So let me explain how we would use our existing town budget to pay for this project.
We, at annual town meeting, set aside money each year for something called the Debt Service Fund. Among other things, it's used to pay for renovation projects throughout the town. When final payments are made on older projects, new ones can be added without increasing the budget of the fund. Here's one way to think about it. Take your typical home budget. A portion of your budget may go to pay your debts, like a home equity loan to repair your roof. Imagine that you've finished paying off that loan. Your monthly budget now has room for a new project, like an addition. Final payments will be made on projects like the Dalvere School, Woodville School, and Senior Center before our first payment would be due for this project. And at an estimated total cost of $9 million, the yearly payment for this project will fit within the fund's existing budget. So taxes would not need to increase to pay for an upgrade of the public safety building. The cost of servicing the debt is expected to be within our debt service budget, so no Proposition 2.5 override is necessary. You may be wondering if approving this project will impact our ability to have a new high school. As a parent, I wondered too. The two projects are funded differently. The Debt Service Fund can accommodate the public safety building's $9 million expense. Whatever form the high school project eventually takes, the project cost will be split between the Debt Exclusion Fund and the Massachusetts School Building Authority. The committee also investigated the idea of building a new structure in another location, but the estimates were upwards of $30 million. So how will this proposal solve the current challenges of the public safety building? The size of the building will change. The front of the police side will extend out to where the fire department side grew in 2004. In the 2004 project, their only gained space was for utility rooms and cell blocks. This expansion will not impact the surrounding streets or existing parking, and construction will be phased so they don't need to relocate the department's operations. Demands put upon our police department continue to increase. With this project, our police will have the space they need to provide the exceptional services our residents have come to expect from them, and allow for growth decades into the future. The plan also ensures that visitors, especially those facing medical or crisis situations, can get immediate assistance. There will be a safe room off the lobby where those in a dangerous situation can seek immediate refuge at the click of a desk officer's button. The emergency 911 system and IT, radio, and electrical equipment will be properly stored in temperature-controlled spaces that are not at risk under a water fire suppression system. Families in crisis won't be crowded into converted closets. We'll have the storage space we need to comply with evidence and records mandates. The public won't be at risk with an open sally port door during prisoner transports. Last year, the Town Council created a committee to reevaluate the project and ensure that additional input was considered. A wide variety of perspectives have been part of this project. The reevaluation committee has 16 members across many town departments and boards. It also includes 2 residents at large and representatives from the Wakefield Alliance Against Violence and Wakefield Unified Prevention Coalition. How do we ensure that this project stays on schedule and on budget? Unlike in some past projects, the state of Massachusetts now requires that a qualified owner's project manager, or OPM, be engaged in any public building project over $1.5 million. The OPM reports to the Permanent Building Committee and is completely independent from the designer and contractors involved in the project. The OPM works with the town's best interests in mind.
This committee has worked to examine the shortfalls of this building, create a plan to remedy them, and be sure that this building is done right. This committee reviewed all possible options. The reality is, the inadequacies of the 1950 building aren't going to be resolved on their own. If we as a town do nothing, the problems are going to continue to escalate along with the costs.